What's going on, guys? It's Immortal Jake back at it with another tutorial video. By special request, we're doing Warmonger. As always, if you like the videos, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Today we're starting off a little different. I had a DM tell me that I should talk about the feats of each character as well. So, Warmonger being the first one I'm going to do this with, I guess we'll go ahead and do that. Now, Warmonger has some toxin-specific traits. Her first feat is, it inflicts corruption upon an enemy. Obviously, it does tick damage over time when you hit them with a corrupted blade. Her passive for her second ability gains health from damaging them. So her whole kit revolves around Corruption Blade. You inflict the corruption and then you get 2 passives off of it. See, as you can see, the third feat, damage dealt to corrupted enemies, is increased. So once you hit them with that Corruption Blade, you're going to heal from them if you have your second feat. If you have your third feat, you're going to do extra damage. And then once you unlock your ultimate, you're going to be able to inflict it without actually hitting them with the Corruption Blade. You're going to activate this blast. It's going to do a radius damage. And the radial damage is actually pretty big. Anyone in the radius is going to get basically a free Corruption Blade on them, which will give you all the passive that were prior to this. Now, with all that being said, let's go into her moveset. Alright guys, here we are. So, let's get straight to it. We'll go with her light attacks first. Her light attacks are relatively quick. They're actually very fast, to be honest. I always tend to be getting hit with them left and right. On consoles especially, it's a little harder to parry these lights. Her heavy attacks, obviously, much more noticeable and quite easy to parry. Even when you feint them, you can really tell when they're going to feint. She has the same issue as Warden with that. She has a bash. To do the bash, you can dodge left, dodge forward, dodge right, and press the guard break button. Her bash actually inflicts bleed as she swipes with her claws. Now, her bash can also be done after a light. So you'll throw your light and then press the bash button for the slash, and you can press light again for a follow-up. The third light is guaranteed. So after you bash, you guarantee a light. I believe this also counts if you do a standard bash. Yes. Pretty good. Since we're on the topic of her bash can actually be charged. To charge her bash, you hold the guard break button. It does slash damage, obviously, but it guarantees a heavy. So keep that in mind. She has a a sprint dodge attack, same as Warden. We'll probably have to do a Warden tutorial soon. But hers is actually undodgeable. So you'll dash forward, throw your heavy, and that's undodgeable. They have to sit there and block it or parry it. Her side dodge heavies, though, actually become unblockable. So she's got undodgeable forward dash, side dodges are unblockable. This is actually really good for mixing up and opening up your opponents. You could actually fake this into a guard break relatively easily. The guard break is pretty quick for this transition, considering that it's not actually a soft feint. It's still pretty fast. Her zone now, her zone actually has a really big hitbox, so I'm sure you can't really see it now, but if you pay attention to where her sword is, when it ends, how it's behind her back, you can actually hit enemies that are, I would say, maybe like right there. Behind you. You'd still be able to hit them. It's a really good zone. Now, her running attack is just the regular heavy, but it's a move that's not really in the standard set. So it's actually pretty nice. It's different. Because even there's no attack that has the animation from her standard moveset, where a lot of characters will just throw a regular attack. She has a nice animation specific to that only. Let's go into chains. Warmonger is actually another simple character. She's only got a couple of chains, as you can see on the right. She's got her light, heavy. Her light, heavy. Her heavy, light. I believe she can actually do heavy, light. Or heavy, light bash. Yep. So you can heavy, light, bash, light. So any attack where she incorporates the bash after, she guarantees another light. So your chain will look like it just ends there or whatever, but you know, if you got a bash in the middle of it, it's going to continue on. So keep that in mind. She's got a double heavy. The heavy finishers, I think all of her heavy finishers get hyper armor. Yeah, the light heavy too. Yep. All of her heavy finishers get hyper armor. So keep that in mind. She can actually trade with Raid or any character that has hyper armor. You can trade with it. You can also chain out of her zone. Like you throw a heavy, for instance, or you can zone into a light and then bash into another light. So chaining out of zone, chaining out of dodge attacks, the characters that can do that, very fluid. I think she can as well. So let's try a light after that. Yep, chains right into it. If you can chain into a light with her after any attack, hit that bash and then throw another light. Very good damage. Warmonger actually has enhanced lights. So most characters, if you hit their guard with a light attack, it'll end your chain. You'll bounce off of their guard, and it'll go back to neutral state where either of you have an advantage or whatever. She's one of the characters that can swing right through it and continue her chains. So it doesn't matter if you're blocking her lights, you're not going to stop her. She's very ruthless. You're going to have to parry her if you really actually want to stop her from doing her attacks. Because just blocking a light isn't going to be good enough. That's it for her moveset, I guess. Let's go into her punishes. Since we're on the topic of punishes, let's talk about her parry first. Now, she has a parry repost that's actually really freaking awesome. You parry and hit the guard break button. You're going to impale them with your sword and charge forward. If you hit a wall that's behind them, side of them, whatever, you're going to add extra bleed damage. If you don't, it'll still do a nice charge animation. You'll charge pretty far with them. But that's it. But if you hit a wall, you will get that extra bleed damage. So you'll impale them with that bleed. And then boom, they're bleeding again. She's actually a really good character to combo. Like if you're playing brawls with one of your friends, you could combo her with Shaman or someone like that. It's pretty gnarly. Go into her guard breaks. Her guard breaks guarantee side heavies. Top heavy's too slow. So if you throw a top heavy, it's too slow. They'll be able to block it, as you can see right there. You'll actually have to only throw side heavies when you get guard breaks. This is one of the times, since most videos don't have it, where you would throw them into the wall to get that top heavy, because the top heavy does 27 damage. But even more points of damage, but it's worth it when it comes to stuff like this where stamina drain is a factor. When your opponents have stamina, you're going to go ahead and throw them down, hit a zone into a top heavy. This is the character where I will say a zone is appropriate, because her zone is actually due to nerfs and buffs and stamina or whatever. It's actually not too bad. She does 45 damage with this punish. You don't have to do it. You could always just do a light into a top heavy. So like a light into a top heavy. But as you can see, the stamina is pretty much the same. That was about half stamina right there. I do a zone into a top heavy. It's pretty much the same. For that extra point of damage, you might as well do it. It's really negligible, the amount of stamina difference there is right there. But the point of damage, 45 sounds better than 44. That's the maximum punish for her. This goes for parries as well. It's the same thing. You can do a light into the top heavy, or you can do the zone into the top heavy. Parry it. Thank you. Zone, top heavy. Max damage punish right there for her. Pretty simple, nothing too crazy. So keep in mind, your lights guarantee a bash. You can charge the bash. When the bash is fully charged, it gets hyper armor. As you can see right there, at the last second, it gets hyper armor. That guarantees a heavy. your regular bash guarantees. Keep those in mind. Those are the main important things, because that bash is that's gonna be your main way to damage someone. Your bash is always gonna be the focus of the characters that have this type of attack. For her, when you do get a parry on light, make sure you throw a top heavy. It's the more damaging option. Other than that, that's her moveset. I guess let's just see some gameplay. Alright guys, we got us a Centurion. So I guess we'll see how this goes. Centurion's a bully sometimes, so he's rep 11, so I would assume he knows how to use them. Give me that parry, boy. Guard break. Oh, I didn't do anything with it. Oh, okay. That will not count that. Let's do another one. Alright guys, we got a Monkey King over here. His overall rep is 136. So I will probably get stomped into the ground. But I guess here it goes. Throw the light. Throw the light. Stop it. Okay, do that then. Ooh. Nice. Nice. Very good. Nice. Good fight, my friend. Good fight. The monkey guys, they're the monkeys. Yeah, I say monkey guys. Sorry, the Shaolin. It's kind of hard to fight them. I'm not gonna lie. I've actually been struggling fighting against them a lot lately.
Round 2.
They're just so fluid, so fluid. And when I did my tutorial, I was like, oh my god, you can just go into all this stuff. Hey, calm down, sir. I don't appreciate that, sir. Sir, you're not doing this today. Okay, there's a sweep. Nope. Okay, okay, I see you. I see you. Let me get that guard break. Nope. Nope. Got me. Got me. Good fight. Yeah, the feint out of the sweep, that thing is deadly. It's so devious. You never know when it's coming. Got to be careful with these Monkey Kings. Okay, you're gonna keep doing that every time I'm gonna parry it out. Whoa. 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 You try to do it 3 times, my friend? No. Stop it. Stop it. Dude, stop dodge attacking. Give me that. Give me that. Stop dodge attacking, people. Stop it. He's a good player. Yeah, I'm sure you do got this, my friend. I honestly believe it. I do. I do believe you. Oh, there you go. Me again. I can't never tell when I can or can't go for that. Yeah, that sweep should have hit. Or that heavy should have hit. It really should have. I think so. And in my opinion, it was a right attack swing that went towards where he was dodging. But hey, it's the game. It's the way they made it. Dude, you need to chill out. I'm so mad. Stop it.
NANI?!
You had it. You really did have it. Good fight, my friend. Anyway, guys, that's gonna be my Warmonger tutorial. If you guys liked the videos, subscribe and comment below what you want to see next. I'm still working on trying to get all the hero tutorials out in general. Once I get all of them out, I think I might do some videos and gameplay or whatever for Honor. If not, I'm gonna start playing like some other shit like Overwatch. I plan on playing some Overwatch. I plan on streaming maybe some Smite. But anyway, comment down below if you liked the video. Subscribe. As always, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.